All right, well, we're now just under a week away from the first live sporting event in the United States since the coronavirus pandemic struck. And true to form, of course, Dana White and UFC 249 getting it underway in Jacksonville, Florida. Time to welcome one of the fighters on this stat card. We've got the featherweight contender, Calvin Kattar, who's taking on Jeremy Stephens. What's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm feeling great. About, 18 weeks in a camp right now. Third time's a charm on this fight. We're supposed to fight March 7th, then April 18th, and here we are May 9th.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, before I ask you any questions about actual training, Tom Brady leaving, going down to Tampa, how do you feel about that?
What a hell of a way to start an interview. Oh, man, that one hurts. That one hurts, man. You know, it is what it is. He gave us 2 good decades out here, and I'm hoping that the NFL season kind of just doesn't kick off this year, to be honest.
Oh, wow. Cancel the whole season because the Patriots don't have Brady?
Tampa Bay think they got the Super Bowl this year, and they're going to have to wait a year, I hope.
Well, how about this? I mean, the fact that you guys, they got Gronk as well. Are you going to become a Tampa Bay fan? I mean, they're in the NFC.
It's the New England Buccaneers, we call them out here.
Okay, the New England Buccaneers. I like that. Okay. How has training been for you with the whole coronavirus pandemic and probably not being able to bring in a lot of training partners and everything else? It's
been crazy, but the fight game is pure chaos, so it's really kind of nothing new for me. You know, if anything, it's showing the world what a fight camp's all about. Social distancing, isolation, and just staying in the gym. You know, it's just a lot less people in there now, and but we're still getting in the same amount of work, and we're ready to go come next week.
I'm assuming that you're not like me because I've eaten about everything that I have in my refrigerator, and you're a professional, never miss weight, but how tough has it been to kind of stick to your whole food regimen, being that you're supposed to be in the house and everything else so much?
I can see it's tough for a lot of people, but for me, I see it as an opportunity to get a mental edge on these guys. You know, where they might falter, I'm sticking strong. And yeah, like I said, it's an opportunity for me to get a leg up on the competition. When shit hits the fan, you know, and people are getting weak, whether they're stuck in their house and they're around the food a little bit more or they can't get in the gym sessions, I get that much more motivated to go out and get the job done, knowing that, like I said, I might get a step up on them come fight night.
I got you. And, I mean, Jeremy Stephens, he's always game, but, I mean, it's not like he's had the winning streak or just the success that you've had in your last couple fights. I guess fighting him, you probably don't look at any of that because obviously it doesn't matter, but how tough of an opponent is he in order to kind of get to where you want to go, get into that title contention?
Yeah, for sure. He's number 7. I'm number 9. I win over him. It's just, you know, it's a shorter list. But, you know, I face him one night on fight night. And like you said, it's me versus me every day, you know. So really, and I know my weaknesses. It's about showing up, staying in the present moment, putting my attention to each training session, day in, day out. And come fight night, we'll be ready to take on whoever shows up. On paper right now, it's Jeremy Stephens, but we know this fight game, anything can happen. And I'm ready for whatever the UFC throws at me come May 9th.
And that's a good lead into whatever they throw at you because, I mean, the fact that this card was supposed to happen, I can't even remember the date. Was it April? March?
April 18th, yeah, Saturday, April 18th. It was supposed to be in Brooklyn originally, and then it was supposed to be who knows where on a week's notice. And we were down, man. My last fight was in Russia, so can't get too much crazier than that. So, you know, like I said, I've been ready to go now for a while, and next week I'll have my chance.
That's cool. That's cool. What about fighting in an arena without fans? I mean, is that something that would be weird for you or no?
I mean, we've been kind of drawing it up every Saturday, hitting the music, you know, killing the music, and like we said, no one's really in the gyms right now. It's a small group, so we're prepared for that. But as awkward as it might be for me, it's, you know, he's dealing with the same circumstances, so it's even playing field, however you want to cut it, and like I said, man, I'm ready to go. It's been a long camp. And I'm just excited to have my opportunity to go out and now show the world, you know, what we've been working on.
That's cool, man. One, I dig your energy, man. You got great energy to do interviews with. Seriously. And I wonder about this. The fight with Tony Ferguson going against Khabib, you're a fight fan like I'm a fight fan. Are you disappointed in the fact that you didn't get a chance to see that fight?
That one hurts, man. I think, it's it's crazy. Yeah, I was saying because you're fighting, what is it? Friggin' replacement. Who the hell's
Oh, Gaethje?
Gagey, man? I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
slipping a
No, that's
beat there,
okay.
but Gagey's a tough dude.
Yeah.
So say Gagey goes out and pulls this one off, we may never see that fight.
I know. That's
Kind of scary because I want to see it. I don't care if it's not now. I'd like to see it now, but if Gagey goes out and pulls it off, which he can do, we might never see that fight. It's kind of crazy to think about. I think the fans deserve it.
I completely agree. And speaking of what fans deserve, and actually a treat to fans, your fighting style is a fighting style that it's fan friendly, very aggressive, always looking for a KO. But I mean, we're looking at highlights of you right now as I'm talking. Do you pattern your fighting style after anybody, or just that's just how you came up?
No, man. I step out there and I bring the fight every time, as you see. I just it's how it is, man. I like to stand up with these guys, and I'm well rounded though. I got more than I show, but it just so happens that we get in there and we start trading shots. I usually like to kind of keep it on the feet, but I'll take the fight wherever it goes, and Jeremy brings a lot to the table, but I feel like he doesn't stand a chance.
I got you. I like to hear that. Confidence is everything. Confidence is everything. Two more questions for you. One, have you been seeing Dana White, who's been on ESPN for the past month or so, just the work that he's put in, looking for a fight island, trying to put fights all over the place? I mean, does it seem like this guy doesn't sleep at all, and just the amount of persistence that he's had, trying to get the UFC going?
Yeah, I'm a promoter as well. I actually run a local-based MMA organization based out of Manchester, New Hampshire, called Combat Zone.
Okay.
So we had a show April 11th before the fight that I was supposed to have April 18th. We had to cancel it, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Local MMA is definitely going to take a hit through this pandemic, and all the more reason why I appreciate Dana White going out and giving us an opportunity to go out and compete.
I got you. Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry to hear that. That stinks. How many fighters did you have on that card?
Yeah, we usually put on about a dozen to 15 fights or so. So it's tough, man. These guys are looking to, stay busy, compete, and hopefully have the opportunities that I got ahead of me. But, it's the line's a little bit backed up right now, and Dana's doing everything he can to kind of keep things moving. And I just, like you said, I feel bad for the next crop of guys looking to make their name and get the opportunities I have in front of me. But I'm happy I have the opportunity in front of me now, and my job's to go out and capitalize now.
Cool. And last but not least, I kind of talked about the fact that wanted to see that Ferguson and Khabib fight, but did you end up seeing the Joanna Jacek fight and
the champ?
Yes, the champ.
Yeah. That was a badass fight, man. That was one of the best girl fights I've ever seen. I think we're all in for a treat on that one. The only thing about that is, I think they got the fight of the night. The only thing that sucks about fight of the night is you both end up taking a beating. For me, I'm going for performance of the night, maybe a knockout of the night, ideally next Saturday. But what a hell of a fight.
That's what I'm talking about. My guy, man, Calvin Kattar, man, I appreciate you coming on, taking on Jeremy Stephens. UFC 249 coming up on Saturday, May 9th in Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you very much for joining me, but I appreciate it, my man.
Hey, thank you very much, man. Appreciate your time.